You should tell a story about the what's that thing in the cage?
Oh, the Wampus?
The Wampus.
Yeah. Wampus. The Wampus is an animal only known to some far remote corners of the earth, such as South Africa. The Wampus has hardly ever been seen by man in the continental U.S. But I caught one once.
Grandpa caught a Wampus.
I had it in a trap.
A Wampus. You know what a Wampus is?
No.
He caught it with a strap.
I had it in a trap. And some lady, the thing was a very mean animal. You go near it, it would start hissing and growling at you. You try to feed it a piece of meat, it would rip it right out of your hand.
Listen, there's a bathroom.
It was,
Tell me about that Wampus you were talking about on our golf cart rides.
yeah, so I caught this Wampus, and it was an ugly, mean thing. I put a snare over its neck, and the thing was coming at me with a snare on the end of the pole. I was trying to hold it off, but it was still coming at me. It was very strong. So one of the men that worked for me, I forget who it was, I told him to get a rope and tie it around this thing's back foot. And then we'd get it into some kind of a cage. So he did, and we tied the thing all up, and we put it in the cage. And over time, the thing was getting meaner and meaner and meaner. So I'm saying, I got to let this thing go. This thing's going to hurt somebody. So, the meantime, I've been telling my neighbor about it. And she was very interested in it. She wanted to see it. I said, you don't want to see this thing. This thing will bite your hand off. If you go to feed it something, it'll rip your hand off. She said, I want to see this thing. I said, are you sure? She said, yeah. I said, well, let me calm this thing down. I'll overfeed it for a couple of days.
You know his Wampus story?
Oh, God, it's hysterical.
The Wampus story?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I said,
We got living proof he's any color he wants to be.
I'll feed it for a couple of days so it's not hungry when I bring it to show it to her. It's going to try to eat her. So she agreed to it. So I built a thing that looked like his trap. And actually in general conversation, we were talking, 2 or 3 people, and she kept saying, what's a Wampus? I never heard of a Wampus. What is a Wampus? I said, I'm not sure what it is, but it's one mean animal. It's ferocious. If you go to feed it, it starts snarling at you, it'll rip your hand off. So she was very curious, very interested in the Wampus. She wanted to know more about it. She wanted to see it. And I said, no way. I can't bring that thing over here. If it gets out of that cage, it'd be hell to pay. That thing is ferocious. So she said, can I come over to your house? I said, if you want, but you're not going to be able to see it too good. I got it all wrapped up and it's in a dark corner. It likes it where it's dark. Well, that won't work. So then I said, all right, I'll bring it. She kept bugging me. She kept bothering me all the time. That's all she did was wanted to see the Wampus. I said, all right. I said, I'll fix her. So I built a Wampus cage. I got this wire and these boards. I put a door on it that opens like this, like spring loaded. Powerful though, powerful spring. And I got an old mink coat that was down in the basement, cut it all up, sewed it together and made something that resembled a dead cat, an oversized dead cat. And I went down a junkyard and found a tube from a trailer truck, a tube from a tire, and I made strips, tied them all together, tied them all inside the trap here and there in different positions, tied it to different parts of the Wampus, stuffed everything in there. I had all I could do to get in there because it had a blanket. in there. So I stuffed it all inside there. A door on it with a...
You built the trap.
Yeah.
Had a spring on it with a door.
Right. And I went and got this old mink coat that was in the cellar and cut it up to make it look like an animal hide, like about a mountain lion size. And I went down to the junkyard, got a big rubber tire. It had to be a quarter of an inch thick, if not more, probably more like 3/8. And I made strips. And I loaded
like a bungee cord?
Yeah, like a big giant 20-foot long bungee cord.
Oh my goodness.
And I stuffed it all back in that thing.
The fur and everything all in the...
Yeah, all under pressure.
Oh my gosh.
So when the door would swing up like this. And when that door opened,
this thing would pop out.
The Wampus would come flying out across the room. But because it was on this huge elastic beam, it would be bouncing off the walls. It would be shooting all over the place. So I brought it to this woman's house.
You did not.
Yeah.
You told her what a Wampus was?
Yeah. So she said, "Show me the Wampus. Show me the Wampus." I had a black plastic garbage bag over it. So she said, "Why is it so mysterious? Show me the Wampus." I said, "You got to be careful with this thing. It's a very mean animal. If you hear it start to snarl, get the hell out of the room." So she said, "Okay, I want to see it." I said, "All right, you stay back over there." She kept coming closer. She wanted to see it. She was curious. I said, "Don't be so curious. If you get too curious, you're going to get too close to it and it's going to attack you."
Jake, you know the Wampus story? No. We got to build one of those things.
Yeah.
He's telling it.
Anyway, she insisted I open the trap and let the Wampus out into the room. So I took the bag off of it. You really couldn't see into this trap the way I built it. It was all stuffed up with Wampus and rubber bands and had a lot of stuff in it. An old blanket was laying in there. So she's like looking and looking. All of a sudden I screamed, "Watch out!" And I released the...
You released the Wampus?
Yeah, I released the spring on the door. And I screamed, "Watch out! The Wampus is loose!" And it went shooting out across the room, hit a wall over there, bounced back across, hit this wall over here, flew over there, hit that wall.
She cut it out.
She was screaming bloody murder.
Did she peed her pants?
She was screaming.
Oh my goodness.
And she went running out of the house. "Get it away from me! Get it away from me!" She's screaming. "Get it away from me! Keep it away from me!" I said, "Keep it away from me. I can't catch that thing now. You made me release it. Now it's in your house. You keep it. No, you got to get that out of here. You can't have that thing in here." So then she took off up the road, and I gathered it up, put it back in a box, and put it in my basement.
So tell us, a Wampus is a mythical cat. It has 6
I never really...
legs.
6 legs?
Yeah.
Or 6 claws.
6 legs. 4 front legs and 2 back legs.
I knew it was some kind of
Vicious.
a cat. I knew it was some
Vicious.
type of a cat,
Yeah,
but I didn't know what.
From the gods.
Has 4 back legs?
From the gods, yeah.
The back legs must give it.
No, 2 back legs.
And 4 front legs? Why didn't need 4
You
front
showed me
legs?
the pictures. You thought they were all black, but they're golden and silver. Yeah.
So to this day, that woman said, "Do never bring a Wampus by me again." Scared the hell out of her.
Chased you out of her house?
Yeah. When I told her I had it back in a cage, and then every once in a while when she wasn't looking, I'd growl a little. She says, "Get it away, keep it away."
Oh my God. Say hi to YouTube for me, Dad.
Hello, YouTube. How's everybody
Tell
there?
people what they should do. Subscribe?
Yeah, you should subscribe to
How
the
do you
site.
do that? Over here?
Yes.
Right over here somewhere?
Yeah, right over there.
Yeah. Right.
Subscribe right over here.
Okay. And thumbs up? Yeah.
And you'll have a good
Give him a thumbs up.
entertainment once in a while.
If you like this video,
You'll hear unusual
Subscribe.
things that you've never heard of
yeah,
before.
every
People sitting
Wednesday, we got the Adventures of Frank.
around.
Say see ya.
Yeah. See ya.
See ya.